Good morning, oyster catchers. Right, bit of fun this morning, as you'll see from the sway. I've got three different sets of scales here. The scales, as you know, are used for weighing the mass of ingredients. You can weigh whatever you like, but certainly used in cooking. So this one here is the oldest set, and this one belonged to my grandmother. It's over 100 years old. And the way that these used to weigh is you would use the weights, and these are clever little weights that are precisely what it says on there, and that one says 8 ounces, which is actually half a pound, because there's the pound and that's a half pound. It's half the weight, this one. Okay, so if I wanted to weigh something, let's say some ingredients were for a cake recipe, and it wanted 8 ounces of flour, I'd put the 8 ounce weight this side, and what it's done is pushed it down straight away. I then need to put the flour this side, but what you'd actually need to do is to compensate for that, because if you put the bowl on as well, it would also weigh the weight of the bowl. So you'd need to put it, we used to use a paper bag, because paper bags weigh hardly anything at all, and then pop the flour into the bag. And then what you'd need to do is to put, let's say the bag's on there with the flour in it, keep putting the flour in until it's absolutely even. There we are, look, something like that. That would show us that what we got this side is equal to what we got this side, and that is the weight we've chosen to put on there. Okay, so that's the oldest one, and these are all the weights. Look, nice little set of weights that came with that, with the heaviest one being the £2 weight, that one there. It's very heavy. Moving on to the one that I bought some time ago to use myself in the kitchen, and this is an analogue scale set, which means that it has a dial at the front, and it's simpler in some ways and a bit more accurate than this one, because you don't have to judge whether it's absolutely even. You just need to read the hand around the scale and see where it points to. So if I wanted to put 8 ounces of flour in here, let's pretend that's 8 ounces of flour. It is actually an 8 ounce weight. It should, if I put that there, point to 8 ounces on there. Now, interesting, around the edge are the grams, and in the centre dial shows us the old-fashioned ounces and pounds, and that should be pointing, I'll just lift it up so you can see, at the 8 if it's accurate. Okay, so that's pretty good. Just to test it, let's have a look and see if it will do £2. How close is that to £2? Is that pretty good? Yeah, excellent. Okay, so you must make sure that it is actually pointing at the 0 to start with, and obviously this one already has the bowl in there, which is quite useful for that one. And the final scale set, or set of scales, is these ones here, and these are digital ones. These are the most accurate, because these are real precision scales, and these are probably the ones we use the most because it's most convenient, and they're the ones that you've probably got at home as well. So you just turn it on, and this one shows us that we can change the units. At the moment that's in grams, and if I wanted to change those units to pounds, it'll show me there like that, and one more, it's got it into ounces. Okay, so let's have a look. Is that 8 ounces? It's pretty good, 7.865, 7.865. And how many grams is that, just out of interest? Let's have a look. Change the unit, so it's got grams. How many grams are there in 8 ounces? About 223, I'm reading it upside down. So yeah, it's pretty good, I'd say. But that's the most accurate. Okay, so what we're going to do, we did promise we were going to get on and do a bit of cooking today. We're not going to be using the oven, so you don't have to get your fingers burnt or anything like that. We are going to be using the microwave. You might need a little bit of help with that one, of course. And there are the ingredients. We're going to make some nice healthy breakfast bars. So I think the only thing that's left to do is really to get cooking. In the next video, that's just what we're going to do. Yum.